Ah, good evening and welcome to Clear Path to Canine Clients in your vet physio business. I've got a couple of you live, but we are streaming for the first time ever here at Canine Care Hub across YouTube and LinkedIn at the same time. So it's exciting stuff. Palms sweating a little bit from my side. You know what it's like when you do anything new, it can always feel a little bit glitchy, but luckily I have an incredible teammate. Rachel, give me a wave. She is my tech whiz here at Canine Care Hub. I would not survive without her. And if you don't have anyone like her in your world, then I highly recommend making sure you've got a team member to look after you the way she looks after me, but you can't have her. um, so how do you find gaining more clients to your vet physio business? Is it a bit of a chore? Do you sometimes attract the wrong people that aren't really the right fit for you and your personality that's dragging you down? Well, in tonight's training, Clear Path to Canine Clients in your vet physio business, we are going to take you through your ideal target market, how to get super clear on your ideal target market. We're going to refine your core message, and we're going to create your first advert. But before we get going, I just want to acknowledge the fact that you've had a busy day, hands-on, looking after animals of the world, and you're here working on your business or catching up on this on YouTube tomorrow. So before we get going, I want you to hold your hand out like this and give yourself a self five. Woo! You rock. If you've never been part of my trainings before, they're not boring, they're interactive, and pen and papers are going to be at the ready. Um, and I teach because I am passionate about dogs. I used to run around on my hands and my feet and scratch my head with my foot. What I've lost in flexibility over the years, I've gained in experience. So I've been all around the world marketing and growing canine businesses as well as multiple other niches as well. I'm an expert speaker, trainer, facilitator, soon to be author. What? Can't say that on LinkedIn. Oh my God, Elizabeth Hack. And I'm also a mother. So I know time is of the essence. So I've got a lot to pack in for you in the next 45 minutes. Um, so pen and papers at the ready. It's always great if I can see someone to give me a time in, but I've got some wonderful attendees here. They're going to give me a yes in the chat when they finish their uh, completion of the tasks. So let's just get into it. Let's get into the meat of this. When it comes to marketing your business, there are three core things that you need to know to be able to attract the right person to you. First one being core values. Core values are who you intrinsically are as a person. These aren't things that we can manufacture or pretend that, oh yeah, we'll say this word, this flashy word, and we put it all across our website because it makes us sound great. Big businesses do this. They use flashy words like integrity. What does it mean? Core values come down to who you are as a person, how you act, how ethical you are. Your personality shines through in your business. So understanding what your own personal core values are and how that reflects in your business is stage one. Stage two is core market, knowing exactly who it is you're going to target, and targeting them from your true heart that you've defined in your core values. And finally, it's core message. So core values is a whole different other training that I do. Make sure you jump onto our one-to-one call and I can actually help you create your core values with just 2 questions. It's a really exciting process. It's actually one of my favorite processes to go through with my clients here at Canine Care Hub. And actually, if you join any of the other summits, we do go into core values. But we're looking about clear path to canine clients. So let's focus on the client, shall we? when we talk about our core market, and I feel like every time I do this training and put this beautiful picture of a sunrise coming out over the mountain, it is sweltering here in the UK. So I'm going to do this training as often as I can. I'm the one bringing the sunshine, guys. um, because when you think about the perfect client in your diary, the feeling that it should evoke in you is the feeling you get at the top of a mountain and the sun is rising onto your face. You know, it's when you can open your diary and go, yes, look at my day. Oh, I've got Teddy, then I've got Rocky. Oh, this is going to be a good day. That's where you get the joy and the fulfillment from your business. Without the joy and fulfillment, the rest of it's blur. Um, Success without fulfillment is failure, as Tony Robbins says. So let's focus on the dogs that light you up. One of my vet physio clients, Gemma, adores elderly Labradors. So when she sees an elderly lab that's in her diary for that day, she's like, yes, that's who I want. So have you ever taken the time to actually look at and work out who it is that lights you up? Who do you really want to work with? Well, you're here on the training. Let's do it right now. I've got a few questions for you to answer. And we're going to do it for two types of clients. So first focus on your favorite client. Like Gemma with her elder Labradors. What kind of dog breed, dog group is it? What's the dog's needs? What's the specific ailments that you tend to see and that you love treating? Because I'm a little bit out there. I believe that what you put out in the universe, you can attract back. It actually happened with my lovely home. We sat down together, we made a list of all the things that we needed, and it came up on the market literally the next day. They just lowered the price and it got within our pricing budget. So I am big on writing down exactly what you want from your world. So write down who do you want to work with? Dog's needs, dog's character, and then focus on the owners. Because although it would be great if we could write all of our marketing and just send it straight to the dogs via the Twilight Bark, we actually need to talk to the dogs' owners to bring them to us, to make the owner understand that we're the person that that they need for their dog's care. So think about the owners, kind of age range, occupation, outside interest. The more you can delve into this, the clearer your marketing message can be. So I'm going to set some music. Oh, I hope that's going to be okay across LinkedIn and YouTube. Start writing. I'm going to find some royalty-free music because I normally just play one of my amazing tunes. I've got a feeling we may get into trouble if I do that. So start, you have got 5 minutes. So 8:22 p.m. I will pause and ask for a share from one of my attendees here. And go. Just skipping that one. I'll find some royalty-free music for future trainings. Our first one on LinkedIn. I didn't think about the royalty stuff. And YouTube, they do not like it when you share artists that are in the chart. Beautiful. Time is up. How did you get on with that one? Have you got two clear, defined avatar clients? So the perfect world, I would only see these elderly labs owned by elderly couples, that have got financially comfortable, their kids are all grown up and their dog is their baby. They just want to spend all their money and have you as their fit physio to come in and look after their lab's needs. Typically these labs suffer with like knee challenges, and that Gemma just wants these dogs to live their best life, because they're usually really happy, aren't they, those little old Labradors? They just want to be able to be mobile and carry on running around, but they get those challenges. Have I got any examples from any of the people that are live with me, of your favorite avatar clients? I've had so many during the years of training doing these. My one personally, this is actually got a picture of me and my favorite client here. This is Gracie. So I'm a home-to-home luxury spa dog groomer in my dog grooming business, and I can only work with small dogs. I've literally groomed her since she was a puppy. She's now getting really grey in the muzzle. This was taken a couple of years ago. And she's one of those dogs that the owner of her, she's their baby. So no expense spared on her care. They worked really hard in their working lives, but they've now retired. And with her now, the biggest asset, and something that I talk about in my marketing, is that she falls asleep on the table while I dry her. So, dogs that are so relaxed that they're going to fall asleep during your care. I've got a vet physio that joined Canine Care Hub that her favourite dog breed is a cat. She just loves the vet physio work that she can do with cats, and keep them comfortable in their later life. Your next step is to give each avatar a name. So my biggest tip here, and when I do this with clients, when I run and facilitate their business meetings and we get them defined on their core market, my top tip is please do not use your actual clients' names. So this little dog is called Gracie, but the owners are not called the Allens. So it could be the Smiths with Fido. Make up names that light you up as well. I've had business meetings where people have used Disney names, where they've used animated dog characters. So yeah, now define each avatar with a specific name. And why we do this is if I was talking to Gemma's elderly lab owners, I would use different terminology and language than I would with a young couple with a crazy spaniel called Fido, who needs calm and rest because of an injury. The way that we communicate to one market is very different to how we communicate with another market. And the biggest challenge and downfalls and pitfalls that I see in the vet physio world is that vet physios kind of spray and pray. They kind of go, I can help all pets in this area, book in. When it's not specific to the owner and when it's not heart-led and really clear and defined, then they're going to miss the message. But don't worry, we're going to work on this next. And actually, the more defined and clear, like arrow straight that you can say, I want to work with this dog. Are you these types of people? And people go, oh my God, she's talking to me directly. You end up casting a bigger net by getting narrow and being specific on the type of ailments that you look after, the kind of specialist person that you are, and therefore how you can help them, than you can by being like, I can help all pets with all ailments, just book in. Hope that makes sense. Hope you've got your names written down. Next, when it comes to marketing, what's really important is that we can define why you. So we know who we're talking to, and now we want them to know why they should choose you for their animal's care over another canine expert in your area. Now, we all have assets, and I am a big advocate for not calling each other competition. In a typical business world, it'd be like, oh, who's your competitors? Who else would they go with their dog? And how are you better than them? Yes, absolutely. How can you be the top dog in your field, but not to the detriment or in competition with anyone else in your local area? Everyone has got a way and a skill that outshines someone else with a certain breed. And when you look at your avatar clients, I literally have never had two clients have the exact same avatar clients and ideal clients that they like to work with. There's more than enough dogs to go around. So by getting really clear on who you want to work with and why you stand out versus other people in your area, this is how you win. Putting out that good vibration, those good ripples into the world will only come back and serve you. So let me help you with a couple of questions on why you. Number one, why should they choose you over another expert? Have you got like an industry highlight? So Donna, she once worked in the Harrods Vet Physio Centre, and she adjusted a tortoise. Like, that's really cool highlight. She was on TV, so we talked about that with her. Extra experience. You might be a vet physio now, but prior to becoming a vet physio, you may have been a receptionist in a vet clinic, and that might be how you got into being a vet physio. The way you qualified. Not all qualifications are equal, and actually you may find that the way you were qualified and the level of expert teaching you were given so that you can do what you do is something to shout about. You can have a lot of pride in how you learn. The way you qualified, where you qualified, your level of care. Although this may seem obvious, you got into vet physio work because you love animals, right? But actually communicating that care and how you love animals to your prospective clients is really important when it comes to crafting a message. Another thing that really can help you stand out is years in service. I had a very creative salon put together all of the years of their team members, and it was like over 100 years of experience under one roof. So if you can say something that's true in that way, that can also help you stand out as to why a pet owner would go, yeah, you're my person. Diana, you're my person versus somebody else. Question 2, what makes you stand out? Do you have a specialist service? So for me, luxury spa grooming inside the dog's own home, so that they fall asleep on the table. Your location can be something that makes you stand out. You know, it could be the fact that you are home to home. It could be the fact that you are in the town centre with parking. Is it your availability? Evenings and weekends available. Depending on how you work, that is going to be stand out to a certain demographic in your market. And again, over communicating things like this, there's a lot of times where people assume that everyone just works 9 to 5, but actually you're like, no, I can do till 7, or whatever your availability is. That's something that you should be capturing right now as I'm speaking, to help you stand out. Hopefully you've now got quite a few bullet points as to why you, and your next step is to turn your 3 to 5 attributes into bullet points. If you're part of a summit, and actually what I'll do for everyone that wants it is I will send you out my 1-page business plan. It's called a WAG sheet because it's a dog related sheet. Everything here at Canine Care Hub is dog related because I'm a nerd, and because these kind of toolkits work, but I had to make them dog specialist, of course. So it's a 1-page business plan where we can capture this, and we would be capturing your top 3 to 5 attributes that you would like to communicate with your market on that. Okay. So let's talk about messaging. Think about adverts that give you the ick, first of all. Why do you hate the term marketing or sales? Is it because it's all just a bit sleazy and they're not talking to their heart? They're just trying to get, as many people through and make some money. That's typically where people go when they think about marketing. We're going to change the story here today. The messaging we're going to create for your business is heart and emotive-led messaging. When you can speak from your heart, leading with your core values, knowing who you're speaking to, then you're going to make so much more impact in both your local area, in your community, and just for the vet physio world in total. Like, let's make today the day where we go, no, here as an industry, we are going to level up and communicate with heart and emotion. And truthful heart and emotion too. I know how passionate you are. That's why you're listening to this right now. So let's make sure that passion gets communicated to your market. We do this by answering 4 questions. 1, what is it your business does? That sounds really daft, I know. And what I challenge my clients on my one-to-one calls is make this as simple as possible. It was actually a chiropractor that I worked with in South Australia that was about to go on the news, and he told me that he had to dumb everything down that he was going to talk about when it came to chiropractic care, to the level of a 5-year-old. That's how he got taught on how to speak on national news. So being able to communicate what a vet physio actually does and what your business does is really important to that level. So a common trap that I see is vet physios, because you're so well educated and so passionate about what it is you do, you start using that technical jargon in an advert for clients, and they don't know what that is. They need it to be as simple and as clear as possible. So write it down, and if you know anyone with a 5-year-old, ask them. read it out to them and ask them, what do we do? Hopefully they should understand. Question number 2, what are the benefits for the dog? Why would the dog, what may happen from the dog seeing you immediately? We want to know those benefits. The owners want to know the benefits. Number 3, what's the immediate benefit for the owners? So, for example, if a benefit for the dog is that they're going to be able to move more freely and have less pain, then the immediate benefit for the owners is the freedom of guilt and the ability to not watch their dog struggling. We're in quite a fast world. People want to have a fast result. Of course, we can't give the animals fast results. Healing takes time. However, the benefit and the emotional toll and the things that we can do from the owner, there are immediate benefits. So just having someone, just knowing that they've taken action to look after their dog that's struggling is an immediate benefit for them, and something that you would need to remind them in a marketing message. And finally, why do they want these benefits? It's usually fear and guilt. Fear of losing their dog, fear of their dog living in pain, the guilt of, them being injured. Again, it might not be their fault, but playing on and highlighting these emotions that are true and real for the owners is how we start crafting this message. So hopefully you've answered these 4 questions as we've been going along. Give me a yes in the chat, and actually on LinkedIn and YouTube, comment when you've done it. I would love to see your answers, so you can message me directly and I can review them for you. Now, next, we're going to write your first advert, and we do that by flipping these 4 on its head. So why do the owners want the benefit? And this would be titled as a question. Do you want to rid yourself of the guilt of your dog living in pain? What's the benefit to the owners? By taking action today, there's a path that we can create to get you where your dog needs to go so that it can live that healthy, happy life. What's the benefit to the dog? Your dog will be able to, utilizing the K laser or something like that. I do apologize. My son is crying in the background. My mum brain is turning off. So what is the benefit to the dog? Do you want to see your dog so relaxed it's going to fall asleep under the canine massage? And then finally, what it is I do. I'm Diana. I'm a vet physio, and with my proven methodology, I can help you with this way. And finally, the most important thing is tell them very clearly what to do next. Too often I look over advertising that has been created and it's beautiful, it's lovely, but we've never actually asked them to do anything. People need to know what to do next. Click here, scan this QR code, do this. Because is your brain ever full? So's your potential clients. They need it to be as simple and as easy for them to take the next step as possible. So if you leave it up to them to then see this advert and go, oh, actually, you know, Fido could really use that. But then for them to contact you, they then have to go to your messenger. And without fail, your messenger pops up with, we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Or they're like, oh, I now have to phone someone. No one really phones anyone either day. So what is it they can do next? And sending them straight to kind of a form that they can fill in, or a booking platform like Calendly. Even if they book it in wrong, you can then phone them and go, I see you've booked in for 2 o'clock on Wednesday. Unfortunately, we can't do 2 o'clock, but we can do 11 a.m. Would that be possible for you? You've gained their details and you've helped them move forwards and move towards you. So make sure no matter what you do, you tell people very clearly what to do next. Good or good? Yeah, give me a yes in the chat. Give me a whoop whoop. I don't care if you're, even if you're watching on record, give yourself a whoop whoop. I'm going to tell people what to do next. Fantastic. So I always like to give strategies out during these free trainings. And my strategy number 1 is, now that you've crafted a message, it's time to share your message with as many people in as many different ways as possible. Anyone that's ever joined one of my summits or part of my coaching, I do have a resource to help you with this. And if you jump on a call with me, I'll be happy to send it over to you. But just think about who you can connect with. You don't know who you may end up connecting with. It's like that whole, you're connected to everyone in the world through 4 connections. I can't think of the correct terminology. But I know for me, in my world, making connections with certain people has ended me up on podcasts, has ended up with me with a book sponsor. I can't talk about this. I keep giving stuff away. So there's different modalities that you can get your message out there. The quickest and easiest one for you this evening to take away, or today to take away, is to write a Facebook post on your personal page, not your business page. You can write it on your personal and share it to your business, or your business and share it to your personal, either or. And just write Canine Care Hub Challenge. My mentor has challenged me to share my message. Please let me know what you think. And then do a screen grab of the crafted message that you have created this evening. It may just be that you are then put in contact with the next person that's going to refer another 5 people to you in your business. I keep speaking about Gemma Coates. She went to a event, and during the event, she didn't get any sign-ups, but she got chatting to a local dog trainer. That local dog trainer ended up bringing her 9 new clients over the course of the next 90 days. And that was 5 months. And so she went to an event 5 months previous, and then 5 months later, she looked after the dog trainer's own dog who'd hurt itself in agility. And then from that one interaction, she then got 9 new clients. So a message or a reach out or a connection that you make today, you don't know what ripple effect it will bring for you and your business in the future. So there's your challenge. Share your message with the email list if you have one. And if you have a local magazine and local radio, they want to hear from you. When I used to do 6-week marketing campaigns all around the world, Australia, New Zealand, England, Scotland, I always got an advert in the local magazine. Sometimes it was free, because really they just need to fill space. And if you need to pay for it, this will be one of the best return on investments that you've made in your marketing budget. And the message, that what you would write for the local magazine is what we've just crafted together. It's simple, it's effective, and it's giving away top tips, so that we can guide people on how to interact with us. And local radio. If you have a local radio station, the presenters want to hear from you. I know this for real because I am hence the mic. I am a local radio presenter. My radio station is called Overton Radio. It's a hyper local station, and they are popping up everywhere. When I was in Australia, I used to do voiceovers for the 6-week campaigns that I was running at that time. And to have someone hear your voice on radio and then meet you in the street and then see your message on Facebook and then have a flyer through their door, they go, oh my God, it's a sign. I must have this person in my world. It's not a sign, it's clever marketing. It's called a multifaceted approach. But no matter what stage you are at business, by reaching out to a local magazine and getting either a regular article or even just a one-off article in the magazine, and reaching out to your local radio station and having an interview with them about what it is you do with your business to help gain awareness in your local area, it will make a big difference for you and your business. You don't need to conquer the world. We just need to focus on local. And if we can serve our local community, then the ripple will happen. I hope you've had value in tonight's training. It's been a pleasure being here with you. And I would love to support you in your journey of getting a clearer path to canine clients in your vet physio business. I have tons of other strategies. And what's really important is that we understand where you are as a business, first and foremost. So if you jump on a strategy call with me, I'm going to give you the next 3 steps that you need to take right now to move your business into awareness and to attract more canine clients to you, and the perfect canine clients that are part of your avatar structure that you have worked on this evening. I'm going to leave this up, and it's been an absolute pleasure bringing my training live across multiple networks for you this evening. I'm Elle Hack, and thank you for your service to dogs. I'm going to play some music while we leave it up for a few minutes. We can also pop the link underneath this filming, can't we? Yes. Fantastic. I can't wait to serve you. Thank you so much, and good evening.